MCP are the extended hands for your AI so that it can connect to these tools and interact on behalf of you. The AI agent now able to connect to the GitHub and it pushed the code successfully to the repository over here. You can see it is working exactly as we aimed for. Make sure you add the secured MCP servers whenever you are trying to integrate them, verify them. And this is the continuation of our previous video I have uploaded on this channel where we deal with the AI related content only. But this video I am uploading on the coding channel so that it will be helpful for all the developers out there to integrate MCP and thereby use in their day-to-day activities. In this vlog, I would like to show you the real skill that you need to know to master AI. And this particular skill is MCP. Yes, once you understand MCP, right, you can connect AI to GitHub, Figma, Slack, and like this, so many other tools seamlessly. And the AI suddenly becomes capable of taking real actions, not just answering your questions. So in this video, I'm going to teach you MCP by implementing it directly inside the Android Studio here, and for which I'm going to use the most common tool here, and it is most required for the developers as well, that is GitHub. So we will be implementing GitHub MCP in this particular vlog. By the end of this video, you will understand the core MCP concept and also the approach of implementing the MCP in any IDE. So let's get started with this particular vlog now, and here is the official MCP server GitHub link I'll be providing in the description section below. So let me go through the Android Studio once, and this particular tutorial I have explained in this vlog, and the link also I'll be providing in the description section below. So we are utilizing the local AI models in the Flutter application using this tutorial. So I'm not going to run this code and show you. You can visit this particular video link and there you can see how this particular code works. But the main target of this particular video is how to integrate MCP. So you might have used AI in your day-to-day coding, and the AI might be successful in generating the code for you, resolving the issues, and also writing unit test cases and whatnot regarding the code. But what if you want your AI to push the code? And again, this is a simple example I'm trying to show you. Every time it's not the case. You want different tools like Figma, Slack, something you need to interact with the AI. So how it could be possible? It is not possible, right? Because the AI cannot connect to your account, or on behalf of you cannot post anything. So the link is broken between the GitHub or the AI. So this MCP will act as a bridge from your code to the GitHub, for example, and will form a bridge in between and try to make the communication possible. So in simple terms, what I can say is MCP are the extended hands for your AI so that it can connect to these tools and interact on behalf of you. So imagine AI is like a closed box. I don't know how the GitHub operates, Figma, Slack, all these tool operates. Your MCP will form the bridge and try to help it in communicating with these particular tools. So in the image, you can see whatever the agent it might be, whenever you try to connect to the different services, you can say here, like GitHub, Slack, Google Drive. So it's not an easy task. Every time you need to have an integration done and you need to handle them, but with the help of MCP, right, it is made much easier for you. And again, I will be showing you the practical example as well in this particular video. And here we have the agent, that is your IDE, Android Studio, or the Gemini chat window. What you are seeing there is the client, you can imagine, and the MCP context protocol will try to enable the communication through the MCP server. If I talk through this particular picture, some of you might get confused, but this is what high level what I want to show here. But let me try to go through the practical example and show you how this thing works. So here is the code. I'll be providing the code as well in the description section below, the link for the code. And let me try to add this particular code now. So now we are in the root level of the project. Here I'm going to create a directory .gemini, and inside this I'm going to create a JSON file here, and I'm going to name it like MCP for now, and I'm going to add the JSON for MCP servers. Let me try to save. So let me try to ask the agent now, connect to GitHub account using MCP, and let me try to provide the file name as well, mcp.json. So here that I'm using the free version of Gemini here in the Android Studio. So the agent wants permission to web search. Okay, let me allow it. And whenever you are on the paid plan, right, you will not face these warnings. So the agent needs your permission to make the changes. Okay, implementation plan. Here you can see we have got a GitHub MCP connection implementation plan now, and here it is clearly showing like our PAT token is our PAT, personal access token, is starting with GitHub PAT. If this is a valid token, please ensure it is kept in a secure way. I will restructure the file while preserving the token. It looks like once you intended to use, I will use the placeholder. Okay, go ahead. So I am giving the permission for the agent to go ahead and utilize it. One more file, task.artifact, is now created, and I am giving the permission for it now. So here it is going through the step-by-step procedure, and once the MCP is connected right, we can go forward and create a repository. So allow agents and tools to write files in this project. Allow. So now we have got the commands here: list repository, search code, create issue. So I will be asking the agent to create a gitignore file. So we need to follow the step-by-step procedure here. So I will ask the agent to create a gitignore file and then commit the files. Also add the initial commit message. But first step I want to make sure is create a repository. So here create a repository by project name itself, and I'm trying to do all these things and finally push the code. Let me try to see will the agent will be able to perform these activities or not. And here you can see I currently don't have Flutter AI repository here. Let me see whether this will be generated or not. So it has listed the files. Check if git is initialized, and even it should initialize the git as well, because you can see git is not initialized currently. Okay, I'm allowing to the web search. Let me see whether the repository is created or not to make changes. Okay, I'm allowing it. So still the repository is not created. Let me try to see. The agent needs your permission. Git config. Okay, so I think it is trying to connect with our account. Make to changes. Okay, and yes, the key steps: initialize git locally in your project. I have created the implementation plan. Okay, let me go through the implementation plan here. So initially this was not our plan. Just now I gave the step-by-step things that needs to be done, so it changed the implementation plan currently. And yes, local operations, the local git should be initialized and repository should be created, and thereafter the code needs to be pushed to the GitHub. Okay, should the repository be private or public? Okay, make it public. Do you have preferred branch name for the initial push? Yes, exactly this is what I want. So main branch, I'm just giving it like main branch. I'm not elaborating the answer. Let me try to see how the agent understands. And these are the two questions exactly I was expecting from the agent. So the two open questions I have answered now. Let me try to see how it will go ahead. Again, it is thinking. So everything it is documenting before implementing. Okay, you can go through the implementation plan. The agent need your permission to run the command in it. See, still our local git is not initialized. Yes, I'll be giving the permission for init and git add and git commit. So you might be well familiar with these particular commands, right? The first one is to initialize git in our local project. The second one is to add the code files, and the third one is to commit. Let me try to give the permission for these things, and the agent needs the permission to run the command here accept. Okay, so parallel token. Okay, it is showing our token over here, and also it added the flutter local AI as the repository name and also the description as well. And private is marked as false, that itself shows like it's a public repository. Let me try to recheck here. So the repository is still not created. Now in the next step I am expecting the repository to be created. Okay, I'm giving the authorization permission as well. Let me try to see. The agent needs your permission to run the command. Okay. Okay, I have got the error resource not accessible by PAT token. Okay, so the PAT token don't have the permission. Let me try to provide the permission for it. Ensure administration and content permission. Okay, let me try to provide the required permissions for it. So here I am providing the administration permission, and what are all the permissions it need? Contents. Okay, read and write. Contents. So let me provide read and write here, and also here read and write. Let me try to update this, and okay, retry. So that was a valid error. Now I hope this will work now. So everything we are going through the chat based only, and I'm not trying to run single command through the terminal. You can see git remote, git push. Okay, let me verify it. Yes, here you can see our repository is now created. So here you can see we have got the repository now, and the agent needs the permission to run the command. Okay, I think now the code will be pushed to the repository here, and let me try to provide the permission. Yes, here you can see the code is available in the repository, and you can see just now the code is being pushed to the repository here. And also you can see we have got a proper gitignore file as well, and also the Gemini folder is also uploaded. And make sure here our mcp file was not uploaded. So here you can clearly see the mcp.json file was ignored. Yes, so exactly the thing worked as we expected. The AI agent now able to connect to the GitHub, and it pushed the code successfully to the repository over here. You can see it is working exactly as we aimed for. And I'll be providing you the links for these blogs as well, the official blogs for MCP and also the GitHub MCP server below. Make sure you add the secured MCP servers whenever you are trying to integrate them, verify them. So I hope you found this video interesting, and if yes, do like, share and subscribe to our channel for more interesting content.